So talking about Abodo, there's other exterior products out there. So what makes you specifically only work with Abodo when it comes to 100% natural wood?
Right. So, when we started doing exterior wood in 2010, I was never interested in going towards woods or timbers which were coming from old growth forests.
What's that?
So old growth forest is basically natural forest,
Okay.
which has been there for a long period of time.
Okay.
And timber is being harvested from there for decorative or practical purposes, right? So that's an old growth forest, natural forest, right?
Okay.
Compared to there's plantation forests. Plantation forests are planted specifically for cutting.
Okay.
Right? So they kind of create this whole ecosystem where they keep adding more trees every year. So they know that how much they take out, the harvest they take out is ready, replenished when they take the first batch out.
Okay. So it's like a cycle.
It's a cycle. Yeah, it's a circular thing. It's a cycle. It maintains that the balance is maintained, right, in terms of number of trees and all that. So that's plantation too.
Okay.
So I did not want to go in for old growth stuff like teak or ipe. These were the woods which were popular in India.
Achha.
But at the same time, what I saw, the scene was that the product quality was not up to the mark.
Right.
For example, the ipe that is being sold in Europe and US is like very high quality. And much more expensive, right? So it seems that the best of ipe is consumed by these economies.
Okay.
What we were getting was
like off-cuts, like bad.
Kind of. I really don't know. I've not gone there, but I'm just sharing with you what I saw. That was not a pretty sight.
Right.
It's not the level of finish that we were aiming at, or for our customers. So I was also looking at the sustainability profile of a product.
Okay.
When I talk about sustainability, I simply mean if this practice continues, how long can this last?
Interesting. Okay.
Right. So then, if we continue to cut old growth forests and not in a proper way, at one time we are going to run out.
Kind of like what's happening in with the Amazon and stuff like that. What do you?
Yeah. So ipe basically comes from the Amazonian rainforest.
Okay.
Right. So I was searching for technologies which were sustainably better.
Okay.
At the same time, aesthetically also better, because I was really after a world class result. When I would look at projects being done internationally, I would see such beautiful images. So I wanted to know how are they able to do it. So I was given answers that India ki climate different hai, so India ke liye suitable nahi hai, yahan product chal nahi sakta. But that didn't kind of sound right to me. Example, like a case in point, for example, if you looked at US. So US is the geography. If you see the climate, it has all kinds of climates.
Right.
From a desert to
mountains, ice,
and
everything.
So everything is there. So how come so much use of timber successfully over there?
Right. Okay.
Right. New Zealand, case in point, they have a hole in the ozone layer.
Yeah.
Right. So this is well known. And that means a lot of radiation, UV, which is one of the major degrading factors for timber also, for wood also. Right.
Interesting. Okay.
Right. So they have much more of it. How come wood is surviving over there? Sometimes people say there's a temperature differential, like they are more colder, which is correct.
Right.
But now let's go to Dubai or UAE.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've seen successful applications of timber.
Yeah.
So that got me thinking, and that got me scouting.
Okay.
And also I was looking at, the contextual challenges aside of the climate over here. So we have issues with termites, for example. That's a potent threat. Right. So inside the house and outside, the threat level is very different.
Okay.
So if it is a wood floor over here, for example, the argument could be made, isko bhi termite lag jaye. Sure.
Right.
It is wood. It's their food. It can come in. But actually we have data on how many sites actually catch termite inside versus outside. So there's a difference there.
What do you think if you do 100 sites, let's say, in your experience, what do you think the percentage is in terms of termites?
So for example, like we have experience with indoor floors, because our outdoor product comes with a termite warranty. Work in Abodo, right? So it comes with a termite treatment. So there's a warranty over there. So I would not have a data there because our sites never catch termite outside, right? Inside we've seen if I were to just give you a broad idea of number of sites that would catch termite is maybe less than 1% or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Right. Okay. But the perception is not that.
Yeah. The perception is
much bigger than the actual situation. Right. So even if the termite, since we're on the subject, if it comes on this, termite is a slow action. It comes on the, you generally would happen if you have a moisture issue first.
Okay.
Some sort of a moisture issue, because like for for termites to flourish,
Yeah.
they need a moist environment. They kind of build a tunnel and then they go through the tunnel because they keep it, moist.
Okay.
So first thing is, of course, if you handle your, waterproofing correctly,
Right.
generally it's not a problem. But even if it's, if termite comes, most of the cases what happens is you take the skirtings off, maybe a couple of planks here and there, you get this pest handled and, you can just put it back.
Right.
That's the advantage of wood flow. But now to ask your question, like coming back to your question, so the reason I started to work with Abodo because the product itself was suitable for the challenge that we have. As we're talking about termites, outside the termite is a bigger challenge.
Right. Of course.
For example, like we're using wood on the soffit, right? And a customer is not going to touch a soffit.
Right.
Most of the time, he's just going to see it from the outside his house, and maybe it is at on the third floor on the soffit or fourth floor soffit. Maybe it's like 30-40 feet above. Maybe the design is so that you only have timber on the tops level. So he's not going to be directly seeing that. Until it's a balcony which he regularly accesses and he's able to see this way.
Right.
And termite is an action which is happening from the back.
Right. So it's hard to
notice. Like particularly in case of facades, because one, it is like from a distance.
Right.
Second, when you notice it, it'll be a lot of action happening at the back.
Right.
Before it is visible on the outside.
Right.
So the threat outside is different than the threat inside. So then it is better to go for a product which handles that.
Okay.
And one of the major reasons for us working with them was that they were ticking all the boxes, like in terms of termites as well.
Okay.
So it's not cheap, like putting the product out there.
Right.
So why would you want not to be protected that timber? Right. Sometimes people give us an argument that हमारे घर में हमने पूरा termite का treatment करा रखा है.
Right.
We have pipes running and then we'll regularly inject. Sure. So that's one thing. So one, उसके अंदर आपको ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा कि आप रेगुलरली उसके अंदर टर्माइट के वो जो मटेरियल्स हैं वो डाल रहे हैं. दूसरी चीज होगी उसके अंदर कि you will be, like, that's my personal viewpoint, unnecessarily injecting toxins. Some of that is going to be releasing in the air. Some of it might go into the ground as well.
Right.
Which means that it will affect the groundwater.
Yeah.
Right, if it leaches there. I don't know how it really works, but there could be a possibility, particularly if it's in the foundation. But that's where it makes sense to have it. So then I just think that localized handling of the threat or the problem is better.
Okay.
Like I just have, this piece area I need to protect. So let me just protect this area rather than doing the entire protection and putting so much of pesticide over there or insecticide over there. So that's my personal take on that. So that's why I wanted a product which kind of, handled every challenge.
Okay.
So I was looking at product which can handle the sun, Indian sun. It can handle the variation in the climates.
Right.
It can handle the monsoon, for example, North Indian or even the Mumbai monsoon, let's just say, or South Indian monsoon, say Kerala.
Right.
You can have really very heavy monsoon or even maybe in Cherrapunji, up in the northeast. Right. So those were the requirements from my side before I chose Abodo.